away. Quite a few, to be fair. I've seen it like on a few different things, Twitter and stuff. So I've watched it a few times, but not overly too many. Need to concentrate on the rest of the season. I don't want to get too carried away. But it was.
Did it feel a really clean strike when you hit it though?
It did, yeah. I mean, I can strike a ball fairly well. I just don't do it very often. And I think it sort of helped that I didn't really have a pass on, so I sort of took a touch. I mean, initially it helped that the set piece wasn't very good for me in the first place, which obviously wasn't planned. The ball came out, took a touch, and then I sort of didn't see anything on, and it just sort of felt right to hit it, and it felt like a good strike when I hit it. But seeing it back, obviously, it's I've never hit one like that before, and hopefully it won't be too long before I can do it again, but we'll wait and see.
Taylor Moore implied it certainly was a once-a-season goal. It might be a once-in-a-career goal.
Hopefully not, like I said, but he's got to get his once-in-a-career goal. Obviously, I've got mine now, so I'll wait and see until he gets his.
Is your first thought in your midfield role to try and pass the ball into someone in a better position rather than being a goal scorer?
I think usually, I think I'm not really a goal scorer midfield. I think that's something I need to improve on. But I do see myself as more of a creator, and I've improved my game in terms of winning the ball back and giving it to other people further up the pitch. And I think the system helped because I think I had more responsibility going forward. With Nige sitting there, me and Winnie sort of did have that responsibility to support Mo. So I think I did, going into the game, I did feel like I had more onus on me to get forward. Whereas in a 4-4-2, you're sort of protecting a bit more and sitting a bit deeper. So yeah, in a way, I think the system did help a lot, and I had a bit more freedom to go and express myself.
Nigel's not been a regular in the team, but does that imply that his natural role is to just sit in front of the back four and release the midfielders in front of him?
Yeah, I think so. I think that role is definitely becoming popular in football now. You see it in the Premier League. You know, you've got top defensive midfielders whose sole responsibility is to protect the back four. And don't get me wrong, Nige can go forward as well, but I think he is best at breaking up play and giving it to other people. And I think, like I said, when Nige perhaps isn't in the team, there's more responsibility on me to do that. Where if I'm playing with Pelly or Winnie or players who don't do that job as well as Nige. So obviously Nige being there does release me a bit better, and he's very good at what he does, Nige. I enjoy playing with him.
Obviously this game would have been Saturday. You probably did some analysis on Notts. What about their midfield? Because a lot of their threat tends to come from the wider areas, doesn't it?
I think their main threat is their front two, to be honest. Amiobi and Stead, both played in the Premier League. I grew up watching the Premier League, so it's a bit, when we played them away, it was a bit weird playing against them. In my first league season, really to come up against two players like that is a bit strange, but we know their threats and we've worked on their threats, and today will be another day of doing that. So we'll be well prepared for tomorrow night.
Grant's had a good season too, hasn't he, on loan from Forest?
Yeah, I've played against him a few times in the under-23s, and I'm a Forest fan as well, so it's always, if I can play well against Notts County, that's a good one. But they had another lad, Ryan Yates, as well from Forest, who was good. He's gone to Scunthorpe now. But Grant's definitely a threat, as is a lot of the players in their team.
I was at the Bristol City game on Saturday, and Bobby Reid's having a tremendous season there. He had a year out on loan a couple of years back at Plymouth. Do you look at how he's kicked on and think, right, that might be me in a year or two?
I mean, Bobby's certainly an inspiration for lads coming through the academy. I think he's 4 or 5 years older than I am. But like he said, he had to bide his time and go out on loan. So I think, obviously I'm a different story to Bobby, but hopefully I can have a similar story in the fact that he's gone back to Bristol City and done really well, and he's going to end up playing the Premier League one day probably.